Hello, good day everyone. You're welcome to my YouTube channel, Pharmaco Healthy channel. My name is Pharmacist Goodluck. Permit me to commence this presentation by saying that it is no longer a breaking news to all of us that on the 30th day of July 2024, our own legendary 72-year-old singer, actress, and a songwriter suddenly collapsed and died after she took to the stage to perform in her friend's birthday party. Even though the emergency response team arrived swiftly and carried her to the hospital in Lagos, unfortunately, she was declared dead on arrival. This phenomenon, known as slump and die, has been a regular occurrence in our society today with alarming frequency. Dying without any sign or symptom or even illness can be traumatic not just to the families of the bereaved, but also to the friends and well-wisher of the deceased. So in this presentation, I've come to unveil to all of us the major reason why individuals slump and die and the necessary precaution that we need to take to avoid being a victim of this slump and die one day. So at this point, we're going to delve into the presentation proper, but before we do that, I suggest that we go for a short break. If this sounds good to you, I advise you to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because I'll be right back soon. Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the question now is, why do people slump and die? Experts has revealed to us that for anybody to slump and die, there are two important organs of the body that must be involved. These two important organs of the body include the brain and the heart. The heart is the organ of the body that is responsible for pumping blood around the whole part of the body, delivering oxygen to different organs of the body, and at the same time removing the waste product like carbon dioxide from these organs. If anything at all happens to the heart, thereby compromising the ability of the heart to function normally, it can lead to this sudden death phenomenon called slump and die. The brain, on the other hand, is a complex organ of the body system that play important role in controlling our thought processes, our memory and emotion, motor skills and touch, vision, temperature and breathing, hunger, and every other processes in the body required for normal body function. The brain has the capacity to carry out this function because it is adequately supplied with blood containing oxygen coming from the heart. At any point when the brain is deprived of this oxygenated blood for about 4 minutes or above, what happens is that the brain will lose its capacity to function properly, and this can lead to complications that can finally lead to this phenomenon that we call slump and die. So people slump and die when they have disorder that generally affect either the brain, the heart, or the blood vessels. These disorders include, number one, extremely high blood pressure. This is usually experienced in a type of high blood pressure called hypertensive crisis. So in this hypertensive crisis, what occurs is that the systolic blood pressure is usually above 180, and or the diastolic blood pressure is usually above 120. This is very, very dangerous because it can lead to end organ damages, cardiovascular complications, and even stroke. These complications can now lead to sudden death phenomenon called slump and die. One of the annoying things about hypertension is that a good number of individuals have hypertension, but they do not even know that they have hypertension. So the reason why they don't know they have hypertension is probably because hypertension naturally, in most cases, does not present with any serious sign or symptom. The most commonly seen symptom is persistent headache, and this one is even seen in the case of extremely high blood pressure. So these individuals don't really know that they have hypertension. They only notice that they are hypertensive only when they now come down with the complications associated with extremely high blood pressure. Number two is hypercholesterolemia. Hypercholesterolemia is a condition that is associated with increase in the blood cholesterol level above normal. Cholesterol is a type of lipid that play important role in the building and maintaining of cells, hormones, and some vitamins. However, this cholesterol in their inadequately high quantity is usually problematic because it is a risk factor to stroke and heart attack, which generally leads to this sudden death syndrome. As a matter of fact, the research carried out by some Nigerian teaching hospitals have discovered stroke and heart attack as the major cause of sudden death associated with Nigerians. In addition to this, they have also suggested that this sudden death is more often seen in men than in women at the ratio of 2:1. They made it categorically clear that above 92% of deaths occurring from sudden collapse is as a result of stroke and heart attack. Number 3 is thrombosis. Thrombosis is the formation of blood clots in the blood vessels or in the chambers of the heart. When blood vessels are clotted with blood, what happens is that it impedes or it obstructs the free flow of blood to different organs of the system, including the heart and the brain. When the heart and the brain no longer get adequate quantity of oxygenated blood that they need for normal functioning, and also when their waste product like carbon dioxide starts accumulating within their vicinity, this could lead to this sudden death phenomenon called slump and die. Then number 4 is congestive heart failure. Congestive heart failure is a condition that generally affects the pumping ability of the heart muscle. This occurs when the heart can no longer pump blood efficiently to different parts of the body system. This kind of heart failure is called the systolic heart failure. However, when the heart now finds it very difficult to efficiently fill itself with blood, this condition is now what we call the diastolic type of heart failure. Either of these two conditions generally causes accumulation of fluid in different parts of the body. This accumulation of fluid in different parts of the body generally leads to different complications that can lead to this sudden death phenomenon called slump and die. Then number 5 is cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest is a condition that is associated with inability of the heart to beat. This occurs when the heart stops beating. It is also regarded to as sudden cardiac death. Generally, when the heart stops beating, it means that the different organs of the system, including the heart and the brain, no longer receive adequate quantity of oxygenated blood from the heart. When this occurs, it can now lead to complications that further extend into sudden death phenomenon known as slump and die. Number 6 is hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia is a condition that is associated with decrease in the amount of glucose in the blood. This is commonly seen when the fasting blood glucose level has gone down below 70 mg per deciliter. It is more commonly seen among diabetic patients taking doses of insulin injection. Insulin being an anti-diabetic agent in an attempt to bring down hyperglycemia, at some point it can bring the blood glucose level lower than the adequate range it should bring it to. So if this condition is not properly managed, it can lead to loss of consciousness, which can further extend into sudden death phenomenon known as slump and die, even though this is very, very rare. Then finally, what have we been able to achieve? We have been able to establish that heart attack and stroke are the main reason why Nigerians slump and die, and that this heart attack and stroke are basically complications of disorders that affect the heart and the brain. So in my next episode, I'm going to educate us on the various precautionary measures that we need to take to avoid becoming a victim of this traumatic phenomenon called slump and die. So at this point, I would like to say thank you for your audience. See you in my next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and share.